Hi, this is a video explaining VLOOKUPs in Excel. And what we have in front of us is the roster for Arsenal, soccer team in the English Premier League. So say, for example, we want to get the position of Gibbs, Gibbs, and be able to pretty easily find out that he's a left back. But say, for example, we want to do this for multiple players, or you had an assignment for work where you had to do 100 or 1,000 values to look up. Using Control F wouldn't exactly be the easiest thing to do. So we go into this sheet and we have a list of players that we want to look up some information about them. So this is where the VLOOKUP would come in. If you've never done a VLOOKUP before, I suggest using the insert function key. Type in VLOOKUP, and we'd be able to get the function arguments and a little bit of information about what those mean. So the first argument is the lookup value. So what value are we looking up in the table? This is the name. Then you have the table array, where this value is stored. So we go to the other sheet, and I like to select by column. This way, if you add any other players, it'll all be included in the table array. Next, for column index number is which column do we want to output. So we're doing position, so it's not the first, but the second. And range lookup is a logical value. You use true when you want an approximate match, or in this case, we're going to use false because we want an exact match. And we drag down the formula, and we see that we got two error formulas. And this is because Messi, he's not a player in Arsenal, so that makes sense. And we see here Ozil is, they look very similar, but we see that the O over here doesn't have the two dots in umlaut, and therefore we get an error function. So someone might say, oh, well, it's close enough, let's use an approximate match. But we see we still get an incorrect answer. So that's a reason why you should be a little wary about using approximate match. Another issue that might run up is, say you do have the dots, but you have a space over here. You still get an error message because, again, it's not the exact same way as written in the roster. Now let's do height, and instead of using the insert function key, let's just type it out. Equals V, lookup value, still Ozil, table array, here, and now we're getting the height. So it's not the first, second, third, but the fourth. And we still want an exact match. Let's drag that down. Let's look at the two error messages, which makes sense. And now for number. If we look back at the data, we see that number is actually to the left of the player's name, which VLOOKUP has lookup value all the way to the left and then looks right, meaning we can't actually get number using a regular VLOOKUP table with the data looking like this. You can use another Excel formula like an index match will get you the answer when the data looks like this, but the easiest way is if you were to just copy the number, put it all the way to the right, and then do a VLOOKUP table when you've changed the data. So equals VLOOKUP, lookup value Ozil, table array, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5, false, drag that down, and a little spot check. I know that Santi's number 19. Okay, so that's how to do basic VLOOKUP, and what some people like to do is to make it cleaner is to nest the VLOOKUP function into an if error. So to do that, copy this, insert the function if error, and the value here is what it normally should be, the VLOOKUP, and this is the value of if they get an error. So put a space over here. Drag this down, and that takes care of that. The VLOOKUP all of it can be nested into the if error function, as we see over here. And this just cleans up the data, it makes it look prettier. It's not necessary, but for some presentations you might want to keep it in. And so that is the basic VLOOKUP. If there are any questions, please comment below. Thank you.